guys, welcome back to the Velvethamma show. We got our primed area from yesterday's little ordeal, and I have got a soft block here. This is it's no writing on it anymore, but this is a motor guard. It's got the gray and the black side. I have it on the gray side, the smoother or softer side, so we can go over these contours. You can see the black speckles on here. We have some guide code on it to let us know where our highs and lows are, and 320 grit. So this block is probably a little small for this job, but truth be told, the repair area really isn't all that big in here. So I'll make long passes on this, and we'll see where we come out with it. I really need a longer, more flexible block for this, but I don't have one. This should still work. I have a red scotch right here, just kind of clean your paper up. You can use a little bristle brush or something, works too. I am dry sanding it. And resist the temptation to lean against these because they are pretty tinny. You guys saw how big the damage was in this with the filler work. This repair got bigger than I wanted it to, so I'll probably end up painting pretty much the whole hood. I was trying to keep it down to a minimum, but you do see the hood when you're looking out the windshield, so we'll probably go ahead and paint that. So just go over this till all the edges are nice and feathered in, and I don't have any guide coat showing any imperfections, low spots, and things of that nature. There is a little concave spot there that I kind of am going through in an angle. When you sand, whether it's filler or primer or whichever, kind of cross sand, so you go at an angle through things, but a line like this, you really got to be careful. So I'm going to just keep working on that. Pull up a stool. We can have a short chat here, and you guys will get the idea. So it looks like most of this is working out real nice. Didn't look so pretty after I primed it yesterday. I had a few spots that sort of swelled up on me a little bit. One thing I'm not doing is taking the blowgun to this. I'm not wearing a mask so I can talk to you guys. Let me know how you guys felt about the voiceover yesterday. I might do that on some of the paint videos because it tends to get kind of loud. I'm just trying to get this edge where it rolls over to the front of the hood, get that block down where I want it, a little closer, make a few passes on it. But again, I'm doing a sort of an X pattern to knock that down. And this 320 is, we're going to get it real close with this and then switch up to the 400. So I'm going to give you a look-see here in a minute, and then I'm going to give you kind of a finished product. This will probably take me 15 or 20 minutes. Some real finicky areas here. Luckily I didn't have body work in all of them, but what I do have is looked like the factory sealer swelled up where I had cut through to it, which, you know, can happen. I may have been a little too wet on my first coat of primer, which I advised against that in the previous video, but sometimes I get carried away. I still got a little funky spot right there. I don't know if I can block that out in the primer or if I'll have to wipe that with some thin filler, like some glazing putty. thought I had this feathered in real nice, but maybe I didn't. Try not to cut through this primer back to the paint work or filler work. You don't want it too thin, because that will cause you problems as well when you go to base coat it. Not really applying much pressure to this. But I'm trying to make some better, I don't want to necessarily say how-to vids, but some easier to understand vids. I know a lot of you guys that have been with me for a while like the ones where I sort of just chat through the whole video, kind of like I'm doing now. And I like that kind personally, but a lot of people just want to cut through the chase and they want to learn how to do it, whether it's the right way, wrong way, or my way. I'll give you guys a little look-see on this, and then probably cut this to a different angle. You guys notice it looks like the camera gets real shaky at times. That's the wide-angle lens. You can see the guide coat up in here that lets me know where I haven't sanded. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's just a little dark spot there. There's a little low spot. And I can't necessarily feel it with my hand, but I've already broken through to the metal down here, so I want to be real careful. I got to work on this line and just gingerly take the paper over it at an angle real lightly and roll that line back over. There's kind of a flat spot to it, so I'm going to get that cleaned up with the 320, and then we'll buzz over it with some 400, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got this pretty much blocked out with 320. I think I said in the previous little part of this clip, had a little bit of a funny spot right here. Didn't feel quite right, so I wiped some putty into it and sanded that with 180, and then buzzed it with some 320 to knock those 180 scratches out. And I'm going to have to spot prime this, and I will bring you guys back. I'm going to probably go ahead and try and paint the bumper cover today. The fender's prepped. I gotta wipe it down again, and after I prime that, I'm gonna put the infrared heat light on it for probably 45 minutes or an hour to keep it warm, maybe like 90, 100 degrees. It doesn't say anything in the P sheets about putting a lamp on it, so I don't want to get it too hot. But a little update here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I got 120 degree air blowing in here. I had to cut a dead tree down out here at the shop to get some wood today, but hey man, such is life. But the good news is the humidity is way down. We're down to like 50% and 68 degrees in here. So that's good enough for now, and then I will probably fire up the torpedoes after I clean the shop up a little and come back later this evening and paint that bumper cover after the dirt settles. So we'll talk to you then.